what baffles me the most is the fact that there's actually a possibility that they might let her go because she's a pretty woman. Yeah, no, bro, that's absurd, dude. Bro, like, we live in a different time, hey? This is literally the dark ages.
He said, no, I'm serious. I've seen that look in people's eye when they want to kill somebody, and she wants to have you killed.
She's probably one of the coldest individuals that I've run across in my law enforcement career.
She used her mind games to get to me.
When we told Ramon that he was going to have to lay inside of a ditch and wear makeup, he was kind of in disbelief.
Yeah, right here. I still remember like it was yesterday. This is where I literally walked on my own grave. One time we were so in love, and now I have to fake my death so she can get arrested. My name is Ramon Sosa, and I faked my death because my wife tried to have me killed. I met Lulu back in 2007. She was a mother of two, divorced, had been in an abusive relationship, and she just moved here for a better life. She caught my eye. She was very beautiful.
Bruv, you were her savior, my friend. She wasn't in there for love. She saw an opportunity. I'm not saying that single mothers act in the same way that Lulu acts. No, she was an exception.
That's very well. I remember her having some high heels that must have been like 3 or 4 inches, and she stepped on my toe, and oh my God, it was like very, very painful. And there was so many red flags in hindsight, but yeah, she was definitely going to, get my attention one way or another. We had a small wedding, and I never forget her mother walking up to me, just whispered in my ear, "Now she's your trouble." And
Come on. Dude, the mother of your bride, my friend, came to you and literally told you that she is your problem, and you still stayed. How do you do that, dude? Make me understand that part. That is like literally the demigod of all red flags. And you ignored it because she literally hinted directly. And the sad part is she hinted on their wedding day. Anyway, let's continue.
Walked away. Well, this is where it all happened. I mean, this brings back a lot of memories being back over here.
Hi guys, my name is Lulu.
And I'm Ramon Sosa, head coach, boxing. Welcome to Women's Boxing and Fitness.
All right, listen, I'm actually struggling to grasp and understand that Ramon is actually a gym owner. The way that he looks right now, bro, this guy literally looks like he is Patrick, dude. The starfish in SpongeBob SquarePants? He literally looks exactly like him. Anyway, let's continue.
This was our gym at the time. She was very helpful. She basically took care of the gym. But then as the relationship went on, and she saw how well we were doing financially, and she was already here legally. She was here on a visitor's visa from Mexico City, and then she became an American citizen after 3 years. I was beginning to think that she didn't need me anymore, that she wanted it all without me. It was going downhill quick. There was no option but to go get a divorce.
All right, so here's the thing. It's pretty obvious that Lulu was, like I said earlier on, actually, I'm going to say this again. I said it once before. I'm going to repeat myself for the people at the back. Lulu was not there for love. She's a survivor, first and foremost. She was surviving. She saw Ramon as her way out. He was married to an ungrateful psycho. But anyway, that is beside the point. Let us continue.
Here.
It was late that evening. I was already at home. And this young man named Mundo just happened to walk into a conversation that my wife, Lulu at the time, was having out of all people with her daughter in my office about a young man in the gym that has people in Mexico that chops up people for money. And Lulu made the gesture like,
Drew, hold on. No worries. Are you trying to tell me that Lulu literally had this conversation? A conversation about how she is going to kill her daughter's stepfather, who has been kind enough to actually raise her and take on that responsibility as a father figure. This is a little too much for me.
Maybe we can use him. And Mundo, he said, well, I got the people that can do the job. And that's when Mundo, the next day, he called me, and I thought he was joking because he said, hey, Pa, you call me Pops. Hey, Pops, this lady, she wants to kill you. And I said, what are you talking about? Talking about Lulu. She wants to kill you, And then on top of that, right after that conversation I had with Mundo, I had to go home and see this lady, knowing that she wanted to kill me. Our plan was to get enough information to take to the police. And that's where it all started.
As soon as I meet Ramon, he seems genuine. He seems concerned, obviously looking for help. And it's up to us to listen to what he has to say, determine what we can do to help. Mundo, while he was working out one day at the gym, overheard Lulu. He obviously got concerned and sort of interjected himself into the conversation just so he could gather some intelligence.
¿Qué pasó, Lulu? Nada, pues nomás ellos, bueno, con lo que usted ofreció, pues de perdido saben que todavía está en serio que quiere que lo maten, todo está bien.
Sí. No, sí, definitivo.
Yeah.
O sea, de que se le eche.
Yeah, no, Lulu is a savage, my friend. She is the queen of savages. She is essentially the devil's bride. She couldn't care less, dude, whether he dies or not. Like, she says it with such conviction and confidence. She is literally the savage lord of lords.
Que se lo echen. O sea, vale madre, eso, ¿no? Y de que les voy a pagar.
Yeah, no, I literally had to stop that, dude. I felt that when she said, I don't care. Ramos, this is the woman that you married. Yeah, I know. Guys, we need to make better decisions with the people that we decide to date and the people that we decide to marry and the people that we decide to have children with or raise a family with. Because if you don't, you might just find yourself in Ramos's shoes. And trust me, those are extremely hard shoes to wear. They don't fit well.
Les voy a pagar.
So the first time the hitman made contact with Lulu, we were in a local liquor store parking lot. If you could turn to the dictionary and look up the word hitman, you would see his picture there. He was that realistic. It's important that it can't be construed that she just wanted him beat up or she wanted him scared. There needed to be a commitment and there needed to be a trade of some sort of monetary value that would conclude with Mr. Sosa being killed.
And then Lulu, out of all things, she said, well, I don't have all the money right now, but when he dies, I can give you the money. He had the life insurance. He already knew how much I was worth after I died. Out of all things, he gave him watches and wedding bands and bracelets, my own jewelry as a down payment for my own murder.
I feel like this man needs a lifetime with therapy. There's no recovering from this, essentially. Your entire life, my friend, you need to go to therapy. That level of betrayal, dude, is just absolutely insatiable. It's almost unforgivable. Essentially, he'll get over her when he crosses over to the next life. Because right now, he's not looking too good, my friend. And I mean, you can't blame him, dude. I mean, your wife that you were married to, that you gave everything to, she was literally plotting to kill you and had no sense of remorse whatsoever. This old probably goes to therapy like twice a day, dude. Never mind twice a week, twice a day, if not 5. Because there's no ways that you can go through this entire experience. And I mean, you can see, Ramon looks like a really soft guy. Anyway, let's continue.
It's crazy.
At that point, it was decided that we are going to follow through, show her pictures of Mr. Sosa, just to get her reaction. I think it's important when the jury hear the elements of the crime, they also get to know a little bit about the person as well.
They said, look, she's a beautiful lady, mother of 2. You guys own a business here locally and a lot of people know you. We just don't want to take a chance if we go to a jury trial for one of the jurors to feel sorry for her. So we need.
Let's rewind a bit. Let's go backwards because there's something that I'm trying to understand those part, right? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So she's a beautiful woman, so they'll feel sorry for her. What baffles me the most is the fact that there's actually a possibility that they might let her go because she's a pretty woman. Yeah, no, brother, that's absurd, dude. Like, we live in a different time. Hey, this is literally the dark ages. If this is how the world works now, we live in the dark ages, my friend.
Slam dunk case. They pulled out actual dead pictures of dead people. They picked that one with the bullet on the side of his head, and they said, this is the one we're gonna do on you. Where they dug the grave, you can still see the hole, even though weeds have grown. And all I could hear was the clicking of the 35 millimeter. And this is my gravesite in the middle of a dump yard, middle of nowhere over here.
We have the photos, we have the initial agreement. All we need now is the reaction.
Pues, de guapa.
She paid him the rest of the money.
Tengo min.
And I get
Alright, so I'm trying to figure out, in what world is it $1,000 to kill a person? Like, is it that cheap to kill a person? Are hitmen for hire that cheap these days?
upset about how Lulu reacted when the officer showed her the picture of me dead.
No se levanta ya.
She started laughing.
The fact that she's actually laughing is extremely concerning. I don't even know why I'm so surprised. This lady does not cease to amaze me. She looks pretty happy, dude. Like, she's literally celebrating. That was a celebratory laugh, dude, before the actual enactment or before the actual ceremony of killing Ramon Sosa. Extreme, dude. Extreme. Anyway, let's continue.
And I tell people, like, she hit the lotto. This is her big shot. After I've seen the video hundreds of times, it's just still difficult for me to...
You can see a bit of red in his eyes. This man is just about ready to burst into tears and cry. The worst part about this entire thing is the fact that he still loves her.
See, because he brings back so many bad memories.
Naturally, he was heartbroken. But I think deep down,
Yeah, no, obviously. Wouldn't you be heartbroken, dude? To discover that your wife is a psycho. Not only that, she is happy and ecstatic. The reality that she has never loved him couldn't be truer than what it is right now. Psychos, they live amongst us.
hoping that she would not take it this far. We decide that we're going to wear cameras, we're going to go to the gym, we are going to tell Lulu that we are investigating a missing person.
When's the last time you saw Mr. Sosa?
We saw him on Wednesday 15th, the last day.
At this point, Lulu acts as if she has no idea what is going on.
So he hasn't contacted you in the last 24 hours?
No.
Ma'am, I am highly disappointed in you. Lulu is a horrible actor, dude. You know? Like, she looks so unbothered, like she couldn't be bothered. Like, for her, it's just another day. It's another Tuesdays. It's another day in the life. Everything is fine. Yeah, I know he hasn't contacted me in the past 24 hours. I don't know where it is, and it's absolutely fine. I'll see him when I see him. As if that is normal. Bro, like, Lulu, dude, you were bound to get caught. They literally conned a con artist. Lulu is a con artist and a half, and she got conned and she got played. She wasn't as smart as she thought she was. Clearly not. And she's a horrible actor. Usually psychopaths are really good at acting. Like, hands down, 10-0.
We have the last piece that we needed was her denying knowledge of any of this. So when we explained to her that she is under arrest, she is completely dumbfounded.
Okay, Miss Sosa, stand up, please. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Why?
I won't even lie, but she had me at why? What? Why? She sounds extremely shocked. She was literally planning this lavish life that she had already dreamed up in her head. Lulu is a character and a half. I cannot stress this enough. She kills me. Literally.
Okay? Ma'am, it's okay. Stay back. We have a warrant.
Lulu elected not to go to trial. She elected to take a 20-year plea deal in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Because there was so much evidence against her that if she would have gone to trial, she probably would have gotten life in the state of Texas. I remember...
She deserves to get life in prison, bruv. This lady is as cold-hearted as they come. She's literally highly disorientated. This woman lives in her own planet, her own world in her head.
At the hearing when she was sentenced, it was a packed courthouse, a lot of media were there, and I forgave her. It was just a release of all the pressure. And
No, Ramon, don't lie. You can lie to yourself, Ramon, but please don't lie to us. Please, who forgives a person for trying to get them killed? A person that they are married to, mind you, in a day? Come on. He loves her, and he still does. You can literally see it. It's not a matter of maybe no, he loves her. And that's why he'll be going to therapy for essentially the rest of his life so he can recover from a traumatic experience of this nature. I don't blame him, bro. I'd also be traumatized. Pretty sure Ramon has not dated or had any physical contact with any human being in these last 7 years. This man is not okay. My heart bleeds for him.
And I walked away, and she never looked at me once. The reason I'm sitting here talking to you is because of the decision that Mundo took. And I will forever be in debt to Mundo for saving my life.
I don't think I'll run a...
No, don't forever be dead. Well, no, Ramundo deserves something. Buy him a house, buy him a car. You're a businessman, right? When it comes to life, you can replace essentially anything. You can replace your car, you can replace your house, but you can't replace your life. You only have one life, and El Mundo spared your life, my friend. El Mundo deserves more than just a thank you. I'd like to think, and I do hope, that he was reimbursed in some way or another, materialistically, and not just with a thank you. But yeah, no, El Mundo is a guardian angel. We need more people like him, actually, because I feel like we have less and less of those. As you guys can see, there's clearly a thin line between love and people that are essentially using other people to survive. That woman looks like she can literally hire a hitman to kill her own family. By her own family, I mean her own mother and her kids, and feel nothing. She literally looks like she can literally kill a person and sleep like a baby that night. My heart bleeds for Ramon, but like I said, Ramon, bro, you saw all the red flags, but you still decided to stay because you were blinded by love. And so that is true for many, many other people out there. So, bro, you're not alone. This oak, like I said, will take an entire lifetime to heal from this entire experience. It is highly traumatic. I can only imagine. I couldn't say I know how it feels like because I have never been married, number one. Number two, I have never gone through an experience as traumatic as this. Otherwise, ladies and germs, my name is Stars. If you did like the video, do hit the like and also subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one.